Welcome to Thermodynamic Lecture Series 2. In this series or in this lecture, we are going to discuss the macroscopic versus microscopic views, thermodynamic properties of the system, thermodynamic state, path, process, and cycle. Begin with microscopic and microscopic views. It is well known that every substance is composed of large number of molecules. The properties of the substance depends on these behavior of the molecules. In macroscopic approach, a certain quantity of matter is considered without the events occurring at the molecule level. Macroscopic approach in study of thermodynamics is also known as classical thermodynamics. It provides a direct and easy way to the solution of engineering problems. In the macroscopic approach, the structure of the matter is not considered. Only a few variables are needed to describe the state of the system. The value of these variables can be measured. But in case of microscopic views, the system is going to be studied at molecular level, and these are also called as statical thermodynamics. It is more complicated as compared to that of macroscopic study or views. So this is about the difference between the macroscopic versus microscopic approach or study. Let us begin with the thermodynamic properties of the system. Here, a property, as the name indicates, the property, that is nothing but any characteristics of a system is called a property. Every system has a certain characteristics by which its physical conditions may be described. Example, volume, velocity, temperature, etc. So these are the properties which we are going to analyze. The silent features of the thermodynamics are: a property is a measurable characteristics describing the state of a system. It has a definite value when the system is in particular state. It also distinguishes one system from another. The different types of properties are as follows. The first one is intrinsic and extrinsic properties according to their origin, and the second type is intensive and extensive property. So first we will discuss intrinsic and extensive properties. Intrinsic properties are the basic properties and cannot be defined in terms of other properties. That is, their values can be assigned independently. For examples, length, time, area, mass, volume. So these are intrinsic property. Next one is extrinsic property. These are the properties whose value cannot be assigned independently. These are characteristics of motion or position of the system and are measured in reference to a certain datum. The examples are velocity, acceleration, potential energy, kinetic energy, enthalpy, entropy, etc. Next one is the second type. It is intensive property and extensive property. In intensive property, that do not depends on size of the system, whereas in case of extensive property, it depends on size of the system. An easy way to distinguish between whether the property is intensive or property or extensive property is to divide the system into two equal parts with a partition, which is as shown in the figure. After partition, each part will have the same value for intensive property as that of original system, but half the value for extensive property. From the figure it can be seen the total energy is divisible, mass is divisible, that is half and half, volume is also divisible, but whereas The examples of intensive property like density, velocity, temperature, pressure, those are not becoming half when we are going to divide it. Suppose if I am going to construct a wall in between a room, then the temperature on both sides will remain same irrespective of the climate. Next one is, suppose the mass, if I am going to take 1 kg of mass, if I am going to divide into two parts, then it is divisible. Half kg and half kg is possible. That is nothing but the extensive property. Now coming to the next slide, we are going to discuss about thermodynamic state, thermodynamic path, thermodynamic process and thermodynamic cycle. Thermodynamic state is the condition of a system as characterized by certain thermodynamic properties like pressure, temperature, specific volume, etc. So just check out over here, if any system is not undergoing any change, then all properties can be measured or calculated, which gives us a set of properties that completely describes the condition of a state. At this state, all the thermodynamic properties of the systems have same value throughout the system. If the value of one property changes, the system will change itself to another. Look at the figure. In the figure state 1, the mass, it is measurable, that is it is 2 kg, temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, the volume will be 1.5 cubic meter. Then the state 2, here also it is a measurable, the volume, mass, temperature, whatever it may be, it is a measurable. That is nothing but it has a definite values at a particular point. So this is called as thermodynamic state. Now what is a path? When a system changes from one state to another, that is nothing but the path through which we are going to follow. Suppose this is a figure. In this one you can see the process path, that is a system which changes from state 1 to state 2 by the following path. It has been drawn by the pink line, and the process in traveling the path, it is going to be called as thermodynamic process. That is when a system changes from one state to another, here state 1 to state 2, it is going to be called as thermodynamic process. Thermodynamic cycle, that is next one, that is just look at the figure, that is 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 1. That is when the final state of a system, that is state 4, comes back to initial state 1, then it is going to execute a cycle. That is what we are going to call it as a thermodynamic cycle.